Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 32 of Crossover Convos. I'm here with, of course, my co-host MikeyPlays, and I'm here with 0-1 boxer, the man who's had one boxing fight which he lost, which was he got absolutely battered. It is against Callum Kelly. It is Chatpool who fought on SCB 0-1. Chatpool, how's it going?
Yeah, that's all right. A little bit worse after that, but yeah, we're okay. We're okay. We live to fight another day.
A humbling
Yeah,
start.
yeah. Come on, that's how we start. So yeah, let's delve straight into the questions. No messing about. So, how does it feel being known as the guy that lost to Callum Kelly?
How does it feel to be? Damn. I'm also the guy that then took himself to Vegas the month after, so not too bad, I suppose. But no, I'm okay. I'm in all right spirits. I lost that one. I got a little bit trolled for it, but it happens. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now onto the serious questions. Onto the serious question. I'm not just being boasted. So, with that fight with Cam Kerry, what was training like, and what's been the difference between your training for that fight and how it is now for the Pat Typloosion fight?
Mikey smiling, bro. I pulled the wool over everyone's eyes, right? I met up with a couple of mates, right? A couple of pro boxers, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm having this fight, right?"
Right.
And I ran away with that and told everyone I was training with them. Bro, I didn't step foot in a single gym. Like literally, the only time I stepped foot in the gym, right, was at the gym in the leisure center I was working at, right, just to film 5 minutes of bag footage for a
Yeah.
trailer, right. That was all my training. That was it, right. Literally, didn't spar once. That was the first time I ever got in
Yeah,
the
because
ring.
you said you were sparring pros, didn't you?
Fucking bollocks was I? No, I wasn't. I'm not, no, fuck that. No chance. Um, so yeah, no, that time, yeah, I didn't train. I remember Mikey, he had a couple of words about that in a couple of videos I think he made.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I lost that one. Do you know what it was? I was oh, what's the word? I was very Oh, I can't think of the word, but I was a bit naive to what I was getting into, right?
Yeah.
I thought, listen, I'll get in there, right? Punch him up, get out,
Yeah.
bosh, done, win.
Job done.
Didn't go that way. Didn't go that way. Little did I know, Callum actually put a bit of work in, right? And he wasn't half bad either. And we saw
Yeah.
against Anthony O'Shea, pretty decent, a little bit
Yeah.
better again. So
Yeah.
he was a good opponent, right? And I just wasn't good enough. That
Yeah.
was it. That's all that happened really with that one.
Yeah. Is that a fear coming into the fight with Pat that if you do undertrain the same might happen or
No, it's not a fear. I don't really have, you know, a fear of him or really
yeah.
anyone. The only person I fear, the big man up there,
The big G.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
No, but this thing, like a lot of people said, and I've said this so many times. A lot of people have asked me, why'd you take this fight? He's had what, 6, 7 fights. He's not half bad. If I wouldn't have taken this fight if I didn't think I could win it.
Yeah.
Right? If I didn't think I could win it. So I took the fight. And I think people are going to see that I have put in some work. I'm not just going to give up in the second round, right? I'm going to go the distance. If not, I'm going to stop him. It's as simple as that.
Honestly, I can't wait to see this fight because I do know after your fight with Callum Kelly, you're not going to take a fight you think you can lose. So obviously, you think you've seen something, but can you say what it is? Is there any weaknesses you can say?
Well, okay, so I'll start by saying our fight's only 3 rounds, right?
Yeah,
Which is more in his favor, okay? Because he is a brawler. He
yeah,
he knows this. We all know this. He's a brawler, right? And he doesn't really need to worry about the gas tank when it's only 6 minutes. If he needs to worry about his gas tank after the first round, then there's an issue on his side, right? That's an issue on his end, okay? But as far as we're aware, he's someone that likes to dig his chin into his chest and throw the hands, okay? Um, that's all I'm gonna say is if he tries that, it's not gonna work against me. If he tries being technical, it's not gonna work against me. We've got a plan A. If plan A doesn't work, we go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, we go to plan C, so on and so on. It's only
yeah,
6 minutes, right? Probably not going to be any knockouts.
yeah.
If there is, then you best believe I'll be standing. But no, he's a good little fighter. He's a good little fighter. He's a lot shorter than I am. Um, that's as much as I'm going to say though. That's as much as I'm going to say.
So I want to ask what made you decide you want to come back, but not just come back in the small creator scene and fight in the UK. You've actually decided you're going to go across the pond, fight in America. What was the inspiration behind that? Was it just you wanted to be the first one to do it, or do you just prefer America more than the UK?
No, I prefer my boys Outcasts. They're my boys.
Yeah.
Outcasts are the boys. But listen, business has to be done, right? We need to go 1-0 against these Americans. Okay. And listen, no one else is going to do it, right? The only other fights that could have been made, Lesra Gomez versus Cowboy Stu, right? Problem with that, right? Well, there's a few problems. Cowboy Stu's unable to fly to America, and Lesra Gomez won't fight if it's not in America. So, that fight can't be made. What other fights are there? Like Hammers Bueno, he can't. I don't know if he can legally take himself out to America yet, and whoever he's trying to fight out there probably won't want to come in. There's issues of money and all this other things, and like I'm not a rich person, right? I'm quite humble in saying I've not been the wealthiest, but there is ways that you can fly to different countries. Like I took myself to Japan, I went to Vietnam. Like there is ways of getting around on like TikTok hacks, bro. Trust me. Guys, scroll through TikTok, travel TikTok, right?
Yeah.
The amount of hacks you will see that are actually really fucking important to learn. Oh, am I allowed to swear? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The amount of travel hacks on TikTok, right, is unreal. Like, you learn so much about travel as well. So, like, and also I just wanted a little bit of a holiday in America, if I'm honest. Like,
I can't say I don't blame you.
Yeah. But I mean, me and Pat was meant to see. Oh, I'm actually really annoyed. He did his interview with Lil Joey, and he told this story, and I'm fuming. First of all, he told it wrong. Second of all, I wanted it to come out in the face to face. Right, we've got a story, but he's already told it, so I'm just gonna tell it now for you, right? Before our face to face, because fuck him, and he told it wrong anyway, right? So, I was in New York, right, and there was Triller Fight Club, the guys that did Jake Paul's fight, and other stuff, right? They had an app, the app Triller, and they were doing a thing where it was like, oh, so you think you can fight, right? And this is where I first met Pat. Pat at the time, he was this cocky little shit. He was 1-0. He's calling out Mike Malak every week. He's done a video for Triller saying, I want to fight. I'm the Boston Brawler. I was like, listen, I'm in New York. I've come all the way from London. I want to fight this guy on this show. Triller reached out to us, and then it fell apart. They never did the show because they probably realized there's no money's been made from it. And then I told Patrick, listen, Patty, I'm going to be in Boston, in your state of Massachusetts. Let's spar, right? I told him, let's spar. He said, absolutely, right? So I get up to Boston, okay? And after I was at the UFC gym, which is near the bus station, and I messaged him. I say, yo, where you at? Got no response. 5 hours later, I've got to leave, right? I get on a bus. I've gone up north to New Hampshire. I get a text a little bit later. Oh, sorry, man. I was busy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm going to be in Boston again. We can do it again another time. Anyway, he then goes to Texas or wherever, fights Trey Ingram, which is the bit he got wrong because he's saying that this was all after he fought Trey Ingram. No. The first spar was before he fought Trey Ingram, right? Okay. Then he went out, fought Trey Ingram, beat him. That's all I'm going to say. Comes back, right? I say again, listen, Pat, I'm going to be in Boston in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Let's spar. Same place, same time, this date. He goes, absolutely, let's do it. I'm like, get in there. Right, at the time, he's this little fat nerd. I'm like, okay, cool, let's have it. Get back down to Boston. Patty boy, wherefore art thou? Nowhere to be seen. And then I leave again and I go back down to New York and he's nowhere to be seen. So he ducked it twice. And this was before Breakout. This is before SCB. This is before anything.
Before all of it.
This was before these events. This was before the scene was created, really. Right? It was just a few blokes having fun. You had Waffle doing his fights in his living room. You had Pat fighting some nerds in some back gardens. There was no events. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Now we're doing it. And we're on an event. And he's the CEO of it. So it's poetic justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but this has been building up for a while then. Jesus.
Yeah. Do you think It will go in Pat's favor if it goes the distance, since he's the CEO.
He's the CEO. Of course
Yeah.
it will. If I don't stop him, no matter what I do, I could break his face, right? He could leave that ring, right? 10 stitches, been knocked down 20 times. They'll still give him the decision, right? So I need to make sure I'm doing whatever I can to stop him. And if I don't stop him, then let's say I get robbed. Who cares? As long as the people know that I won the fight, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, as well, just quickly diving into your training. So what's training looking like? What's sparring looking like at the moment?
Yeah, running lows. Like if you look at my Strava app, just you scroll and scroll and scroll. Like Christmas Day, New Year's Day. I've not had alcohol in months, lads. I am fucking dying for it. Trust me. As soon as that fight finishes, first thing I'm doing is drinking a Stella, right? And I'm so happy that they actually sell Stella out there, and it's not half bad. So yeah, I'm no drinking, no vaping. Running loads. Sparring wise, we're doing 2 to 3 days a week, depending, because obviously I'm also working and doing uni work.
Yeah.
So got a lot going on at the same time. But everything else, I've not played any video games in ages, boys, because I'm so focused on these. I've got 3 things going on already, so I'm so like busy with it. But training's looking really good. We're in a really good gym, which is also like a part of a few other gyms. Which I'm not going to say which gyms, obviously, but we've got some really top level amateurs. No pros. I know.
I was going to say any pros in there.
Oh no, there's one gym that I go to, right, and because there's like a chain of gyms or like boxing clubs, I should say. And I go to one predominantly. And the days they're not open, then I'll go to the other ones. But this one that I go to, everyone knows me. So, the spars are a bit lighter, it's a bit more technical. When I go to the other gyms, they don't know who I am.
Yeah.
They're trying to break me. And Jesus Christ, that some of them cunts can hit hard, honestly. But sparring's good. I'm sparring people that hit harder than Pat. I got dropped the other day in sparring, actually, which I was honest and I tweeted about that. But I loved it. That was a great feeling. I loved it. Yeah, sparring's good. That's all I'm gonna say. We're sparring people. I also sparred Afro Samurai the other day.
Okay.
That was a fun one. Footage got corrupted, so there won't be any video about that. But
wait. Who? I know it's just a spar, but like in terms of who would you say won the spar? I know there's no winners in sparring, but
be honest.
Bro, obviously I did, bro. We went out to do 6 rounds. After 3 rounds, we had to stop for like 5-10 minutes so he could catch his breath.
Yeah.
A tea break. Between rounds, yeah, a little tea break in between rounds. I'm still dancing everything. He's just fuck. Oh, but you know what? He's actually not half bad. He's improved so much, and I'm really looking forward to his fight. He's fighting this month, I think, or early February.
Early February.
Yeah, is that the card Nathan in that song?
Yeah, Nathan, Lauren, all them lot there on that one. So I'm looking forward to seeing him fight, man. Like, he throws a decent jab. Obviously, I've told him what I think he needs to do to improve. His cardio is actually not half bad. I think he just gets in his head a little bit. But yeah, if we're saying someone won the spar, fine. I'll hold my hands up. I won that. All right, I won that one.
Chop will take the W.
Oh, to the W. There we go.
Yeah.
First time in his life. So I want to talk about what comes after the Pat fight. Have you got anyone? Have you got a hit list per se? Anyone in mind you want to fight afterwards?
I'm gonna be honest with you, lads. I'm gonna be 100% honest. This may be my last fight, win or lose. This is the first time I think I've said it in a public place. But listen, right? Win or lose, this might be my last one. The only time I'd consider doing another one is if it's a IFL, ICB belt fight, or if I'm fighting on Misfits or something like that, something that interests me. Realistically, I'm probably going to be less active online because I'm focusing on uni work and stuff. So this is like my last hurrah. And I'm quite lucky that it's going to be against Pat, someone that I've got history with, and that's another reason that I wanted to fight in America. Do my last one properly. But this is probably gonna be my last fight. If I do end up fighting again, God, let me think of a name.
Cal TheFrostZone.
Mate, yes, near you, dirty dog. I've been calling you out for fucking over a year, right? Ever since your first fight, I've been calling you out. I called you out.
When have you called me out? I've literally not seen you call me out.
Mate, I've called you out on crossover combos. I called you a stepping stone. I said you were an easy fight. I've been in a call with you with Brandon and Finn.
Chapel's just in horror shock. He's like, wait, what?
When the hell did you call me out? I've never seen you call me out.
Wait, yeah, I've called you out on years. Remember, I was on a call with you, Brandon and Finn. I've called you out there. I've called you out on fucking crossover combos. I've called you out all these fucking times. I've been calling you out for over a fucking year. Now, what the fuck? You can't just fucking run away, right? Come on.
Bro,
Respond
I've
to me.
literally not seen you call me out. I swear. When the hell have I ever been in a call with you? This is the first time I've ever spoken to you.
No, because we were in a call, remember? Because Brandon was streaming live on Twitch, and he could probably fucking remember this, and Finn can probably remember this as well. We were in a call on Twitch. Brandon, you called Brandon, and I remember this because you were talking about how the weight, the scales and everything wasn't working at SCB1. And you remember you called Brandon. Yeah, you called Brandon to clear that up about him. And then I was in the chat, and I was telling Brandon to I tell him to fight me and everything. And you were literally looking at the chat and said, "Oh, does TheFrostZone want to join?" And they invited me to the call. And then Finn came in as
bro,
well.
I do not remember this to save my life. I do not remember any of this.
Duh,
You're not lying again, are you?
No, I ain't fucking lying, dog. I ain't fucking lying. I'll get fucking.
All right, I mean, listen. If Outcast does another event and it's in London or something that's close to home, we can do it. We can do it. I'm happy with that. But it'd be a friendly one. That no beef or anything.
Yeah, no beef. But I've been calling up. Yeah,
I've literally never seen you call me out. I'm so sorry, bro.
Bro,
at me on Twitter. At me. You've never atted me on Twitter.
I did on your old account, I think.
Yeah, I've not. Oh, I mean, I didn't see it. So I don't know.
Yeah, mate, fuck it now. I'm gonna message Brandon after this, and I'm gonna make sure he fucking remembers. Yeah. Fuck
All right,
hell.
I genuinely don't remember this.
But anyway, speaking of
wait. One more point, Mikey. This confirms that he doesn't watch crossover combos. And he's a fucking fraud.
Or he falls asleep when he listens to you, Cal.
Yeah, I'll put you on, and
he loves me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Warm voice, your warm voice, just like
you've got to watch them because I can't remember what episode it was actually, but there was one I do remember where you called Chapel. Well, you called everyone out, to be honest.
Boys, listen, lads. There's 30 episodes, right? 31 episodes or
32
with me now, right? Yeah. I'm doing uni work, boys. I don't have time. I don't have time to watch anything. I don't watch anyone's shit. The only time I ever watch anything is if I get tagged in something on Twitter and it's like less than a minute long. Like, I don't have time. I don't watch YouTube. I don't watch Netflix anymore. Like, I've got, bro, the most content that I do is like podcasts when I'm going for a walk or a run. That is literally it.
Yeah. Well, we're a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you on Spotify?
No.
There you go. There you go.
So going back to how you said that will be maybe your last fight, take away Cal, maybe. Does that add pressure to you for the Pat fight? Do you feel like you have to go out with this giant, amazing win?
No. I just think I've got to go back out there and a bit more entertainment. Yeah. That's all it is. This is an entertainment game. Yeah, like this is there at the end of the day, right? Everyone's asking me, is there pressure because you're representing the UK? No. If anything, there's more pressure on him because he's fighting in front of his friends and family. He's representing America in America. If I win, it's the upset. I'm the underdog. I've got no right to be going out there and beating someone that's 6 and something as someone that's 0-1. I've got no right to win. If I lose, that's how it's meant to go. Yeah. The CEO's meant to win. That's the script. But we don't like that script. So obviously we're going to do our best, right? We're going to do our best to change the narrative. But listen, whatever happens. There's no pressure. I'm enjoying training. I'm enjoying going on runs. I'm just enjoying the experience now. Can't wait to get out there, get to the fighter's house, enjoy that experience. We've got a meeting a little bit later. I think around 11 o'clock our time, which is the only annoying thing is the meetings at late hours for us.
Yeah, American times, British times. Yeah,
bloody pricks, honestly. And then half of the meeting isn't even meeting. It's just them talking shit to each other. Like, bro, Zay Castro just starts on everyone. First of all, Zay Castro is an absolute wanker. I love him though, but he's a wanker. Who else? Grinvis is lovely, right? I've spoken to Grinvis. He is lovely. He's a lovely chap. Who else is a dickhead? I don't know. There's a few of them that are just dickheads. Pascal Logic. He's a 30-year-old dickhead. 30 years old. Can't believe it. Anyway.
You know, as well, out of all the Pat fights, what fight do you think Pat did the best in your personal opinion?
Ooh. Um, are we talking like skill wise or like overall performance?
Let's go overall performance.
I think overall performance, I'd have to say his fight against Shogun, but that's just because Shogun he's pretty arse. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. Um, I think the one that I look at most, and I think he's gonna be most like, is in his fight against Pepper Papi. Obviously, there's the big height difference there. I'm
yeah.
a lot taller than he is. I think I'm a little bit taller than Pepper Papi is actually.
Oh, geez.
Um,
Okay.
and so he struggled a lot with that reach and that height
Yeah.
and distance and all of that. So I think he's going to struggle again. You know, I watched a bit of sparring of him and Lesra Gomez, and obviously Lesra's again, he's probably about 6 foot, 6'1", and
Yeah.
again he struggled to reach any jabs. He struggled with his reach. So, um, yeah, I think his best performance easily was Shogun. But I don't think that's not the fight that I look at when I'm analyzing him. I'm analyzing him from other footage that I've got,
Yeah.
sparring footage that he's done recently. His one fight, I don't really look at that much, but there's a couple things that I take away from that.
Okay.
But yeah,
So when is it that you're flying over to the US?
on the 21st of February, I leave. Yeah.
And the fight's
And
the 24th, ain't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Do you
basically,
think that'll be
well,
enough time to adjust to the time zone?
Right.
Like the sleeping and all
This is the thing. I don't have an issue. Like I've flown to America twice now,
that?
and
Okay.
I don't get jet lag when I fly out there because I'm going
Yeah.
backwards. So I just stay up for a little bit longer and then fall asleep that night. It's really easy. Whereas flying back to the UK, that's the struggle because you're going forwards in time and you're not tired enough to go to sleep yet. So then you
Yeah.
go to sleep like in the middle of the night. So I mean, it's not going to be an issue for me. I like, yeah.
I mean, so can you imagine after all of this, what if something goes wrong with the fight or something like the fight's delayed for a fucking few days, or whatever, and then the fight just can't happen? You know,
Bro, this is what I told them, right? If they do anything silly like that, right, I'll be knocking on doors. I will not be a happy bunny. Listen, like so when I was negotiating with them at first, right, they told me, right, February 24th, we're flying out to Massachusetts. And I said, listen, I'm not booking my flight until we got the gym secured. But then whilst doing my analyzing of flight prices and stuff, I realized I need to get this flight booked like in this next 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So I said, listen, if you don't make the fights happen on February 24th, right, I will personally be billing you. I'll be sending an invoice to your address, right?
Yeah.
I'll be sending an invoice. You will have to pay it, otherwise I will sue you, right? Simple as. Luckily, I think the gym's been confirmed. We have the date booked for the gym at least. Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't actually know which gym it is personally. All I know is I'm getting picked up from Boston and being taken to the fighter's house, so I'm kind of getting abducted. But you know, I was looking for my webcam here because it's usually up here. But yeah. If something goes wrong and they change it, then simple as I'm not fighting. Like that's the
Don't
hard
worry.
reality. A little bit annoying. I've got all my fight gear and everything, so
Yeah.
oh well. I'll just go to the clubs in New York instead and just drink some alcohol.
wait, real quick. I've just checked Discord. I have proof that me and you were in a call 3 hours. Me, Ben, and Finn.
I don't
I've,
know about that, mate. I don't know about that one. I don't know
I
about
can,
that.
I've got proof. I've screenshotted it. I've got proof.
There's another chapel in the scene, so could have been them.
Yeah, the old chat when it got cancelled. Yeah, that one.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the one who's just in the shadow realm right now.
Yeah, we don't talk about him. He's actually over there right now. Do you want to come say? No? Okay, he's staying over there. Hey, dickhead. Yeah.
But
Uh,
what's the most you're excited for when you go to America? Is it just chilling out after the fight? Is it the fight itself?
Bro, the thing I'm looking forward to most, honestly, the 5% vapes, right? Because those are naughty, right? 5% vapes are naughty. We've got 2% ones here, and you can't recharge them. They're shit. They're so
Yeah.
shit. The vapes out there, I know I'm acting like a fucking year 9 roadman right now, but I need one of those vapes. I need one of them, honestly.
Good cancer.
Mate, honestly, the best kind. Obviously beer, chatting to some birds, What else? Oh, Chick-fil-A. Oh, Nelly, Chick-fil-A and IHOP.
What's
Oh,
that
missed
like?
that.
Is it better than KFC?
Bro, it doesn't even compare, bro. Oh, different. It is different, honestly. It's so good. So good.
What about the McDonald's?
Nah.
Oh,
The
yeah,
chicken sandwiches is actually like, you know how we got the mayo chickens here, yeah?
yeah, yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
have that. Theirs is different. So the way their chicken meat's cooked is like slightly different. Way better though. When it comes in that little yellow wrapper, right, and you are drunk as shit, right? You are stumbling back to your hotel or wherever you're staying, and you've got that little yellow wrapper in your hand. It's magic. It's golden. It's oh Nelly.
Beautiful.
So, I mean, we're making me hungry now. But
Yeah,
you were
same.
saying you were saying earlier how you've not drank alcohol for such a long time. What is your diet looking like at the moment whilst you're in training camp for this fight?
Well, we're nearly a month away, so once we get to the 24th, it's going to change quite a lot. So right now, it's focused on keeping the calories not as low as possible, but within a certain bracket of I think right now we're working at 1900 to 2100, so we've got a leeway of 200 there, and that's to maintain. And then we're going to be losing as much fat as possible in the build up. We're focusing on our core strength, so we're looking at a much higher protein over the weeks coming up to it, and then after we've weighed in, obviously putting the carbs back on and getting fight fit. So I've got a good friend, Luca, who's a nutritionist. He went to St. Mary's in Twickenham. He studied sports science, nutrition and fitness. He's sorted me out basically with what I need to eat and stuff.
That's
So
good.
Yeah, so that was decent. I do want to quickly touch back on the Callum Kelly fight real quick. Now, there's a lot of talk about the yo-bios and that, there's like 3 yo-bios or whatever. Were they actually yo-bios or were they body shots? Come on.
No, two of them was genuinely low. I mean, Callum Kelly even came out and put out a tweet showing what was low blows and what wasn't.
Okay.
But there was 2 that were low blows. The one in the first round wasn't a low blow. It's just I breathed in. He punched me in my esophagus. I stumbled. That was it. Right. So the first round one there was no low blows. Second round there was a couple low blows. And then the final knockdown obviously wasn't a low blow. It was a really good body shot. And I hadn't recovered from the previous low blows, but I don't care. It was an amateur fight. It was his first fight. He didn't mean it. So who cares? Who cares?
No,
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Like realistically, we don't have a record. Like, bro, no one has a record. Pat Typloosion doesn't have a record. I don't have a record. Callum Kelly's. These aren't real. These aren't sanctioned fights. Who gives a fuck? Who genuinely gives? Listen, I'm gonna go out there and just punch him up for 3 rounds. That's all I'm doing. Who cares? Who cares? I'm walking out to some fucking Tinchy Strider song or some fucking Tiny Temper or something. I don't care. I'm just gonna go punch him up. That's it. That's all we're doing here is punching each other. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think Pat will have anything what will surprise you, or do you think it literally will just be the same Pat you've seen in other fights?
Oh mate, if he has a Lost Mary vape, that'd be a nice surprise. That'd be a nice surprise for after my fight. If not, I mean, in regards to the actual fight now, I don't know. I'll be honest. He has a nice stiff jab, right? So I won't be shocked when that's if I eat one of them, I won't be shocked too much. Obviously, all I've got to do is take my step back. So I've got the distance. He's got to come into my range, but if he's more technical, if he, I don't know. I don't think there is much that can surprise me with him. I think he's kind of played all his cards out already. I think he's got no cards held to his chest right now. I think I've got all the cards held to my chest. He has no idea what to expect from me. I know exactly what to expect from him. So,
Well, exactly. That's the thing. Like, you kind of know what Pat's going to bring, but you could have improved tenfold since the Callum Kelly fight. So,
mate, I look nothing like that. Mate,
Yeah.
I was pouring him like this, trying to keep him away. Bro, if you think I'm going to be doing that against Pat Typloosion, it's unreal. It's unreal. Completely different. Completely different. Everything's changed. I'm not going to talk too much about what's changed, but everything's changed. That's all I can say.
well, will you give us a sneak peek and tell us what you think your best attribute is?
Ooh. Oh no, I don't want to say that. I don't want to tell you what my best attribute is because it's something we've been working on in training.
what about your second best attribute?
my second best attribute. I'll just say my timing. I think my shot selection goes hand in hand with that. It's picking the right shots and having that awareness of when to throw them and also how to set it up as well.
Yeah.
So I think all of those things go hand in hand. You need to be able to set up your shots. You need to pick the right shots and then your timing as well. Knowing, when you've got that opportunity to throw it, like, oh, this is just basic boxing at this point, but I think I do all that really well. So yeah. But that's not my best attribute though. Like
Yeah,
after
you're keeping
this
that
interview,
secret.
after this interview, I'll tell you boys what we're working on. It's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
Say
Well,
crossover com-
that's the what, Cal?
I say crossover combos. Boys always getting the excuses behind the scenes for.
Absolutely.
Well, as well, let's quickly dive into content creation. Obviously, we've spoke about that before, but let's pretend we haven't. Right, so what's your future plans for content creation, Chapel?
Well, I did mention this was going to be my last fight. So I don't really have anything planned after it. I've made maybe one or two songs that I'm planning on releasing in the future. I've done a bit of music. A lot of stuff that I haven't released, a lot of stuff that I have released on a SoundCloud burner. I've got a couple of songs on Spotify actually, which quite old, so we don't listen to those anymore. But yeah, content-wise, don't expect too much from me. This is kind of like my last hurrah, really. I might do one really sick travel vlog, and that's it, really.
Yeah,
I
I was
going
going
to
to ask that if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do a travel vlog. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm going out there. I'm going to go partying. I'm going to do literally, mate, after the fight, when I get down to New York, I'm going on a 5-day bender, right? Night after night after night after night. You're going to see every last bit of it, boys. Every last bit.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, let me tell you this: once you're done with boxing, once you fought Pat, once you fought me and everything, don't move into dancing. I beg. Just after seeing that last post you put on,
Mate,
no.
have you not seen these moves? God, I've still got it, lads. I'm only young. Do you know, I'll do something for you, boys. Wait, actually, is this on? 1 second, wait, give me 2 seconds. No, it's not working, bollocks. All right, I'll just
It was a way to cue the red lights.
a little bit.
That's going on TikTok later.
What is something? What the fuck is this shit now?
Let's take a turn. Like Chapel as well. Like he's trying to sexualize us now. Those faces. Like, what about for the last 5 minutes? Is there anything you want to discuss? Is there anything you want to tell the people? Anytime soon. No,
yeah, I'm just having a look.
I'm joking.
What's your go-to meal deal?
Oh, the egg, bacon, and sausage triple sandwich. Cheese and onion crisps. And an iron brew.
Oh,
have you ever had an iron brew, by the way?
Yes, I have had an iron brew.
Okay.
Cal, what's your go-to meal deal?
I don't have meal deals, mate.
Fucking.
Oh, you've never had a meal deal?
No.
Well, this needs to be the topic.
Now I've got a reason to fight you, lad.
No, like, come on, fuck it now. This is where the beef starts.
Fucking meal deals, you prick.
What about you? What about you, Chapel? What meal deal are you going for?
See, I'm a Sainsbury's man, mate. Actually, recently I've been more of a co-op man. Right?
You know what? I always think co-op have worse meal deals. Like they're just always like shit.
No. Sandwich, right? Sandwich. What are we thinking? Do you know? Actually, I go for a wrap. I go for chicken, bacon, Caesar wrap. Lovely, love it. Right. If I'm in co-op, I go for the prime because lovely bit.
I don't like prime. Too sugary.
It's literally got 2 grams, you prick.
Yeah, but it's like so.
2 grams, you prick.
Yeah, but it's like so sweet. Like sweet. Like
Nice. It's so. No, I'm joking.
I've never seen a gold bottle of it.
Oh shit! I wasn't meant to. No, it was the 1 billion bottle thing.
Oh.
This is the 500 grand one actually. No. Chicken bacon Caesar. If I'm in co-op, I go for Prime. If not, I go for naked smoothies, Sainsbury's or Tesco. And then I usually go for a little fruit pot, like either watermelon cubes or the apple, grapes, and strawberries.
Well, Cal,
Solid meal
to be fair, you did better than him, and you don't even get a meal deal.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
What's the worst meal deal combination I've heard?
What? Chicken bacon Caesar?
No,
Naked
well, I
smoothie.
mean the chicken bacon Caesar, that's okay, but sometimes
Naked
one's too
smoothie.
saucy.
Naked smoothie.
Disgusting.
Oh, fuck you. I'm gonna give it everything. I'm gonna go to Lil Joey right now, film it with him, get his out before yours, and you'll get no views, you prick.
I will. Do you
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna go to whatever.
Listen,
co-op you
this is
go to
business. I'll
Get
do
the
you,
meal
you
deal.
big stiff idiots.
and lick it.
We gotta go. There's less than a minute left in the Zoom, lads. We've got to do something.
Yeah. Well, like anything quickly you want to say before we end?
Boys, we can't. We don't have time for the outro. It's about to finish.
All right. Well, this has
Boys.
been episode 32. We've been with Chapel. He's took another L, so he's 0-2 after that meal deal combination.